Pickleball Magazine is the official magazine for the sport. Get tournament coverage, player profiles, instructional tips, equipment reviews, and much more. Go to pickleballmagazine.com to check out articles and subscribe today. We have a thrilling matchup coming your way in the round of 16 here from St. George, Utah. Jack Sock, the tennis star turned pickleball pro. He is one of the most fun players to watch now on tour. Has already a 65% win percentage and a lot of marquee wins in that 15-win tally mark for the big Jack Sock. We know about the forehand, but what impresses you the most about the athleticism of Jack Sock and what he's been able to accomplish, Rob Cassidy, knowing your long veteran career to a newer pro on tour?
Oh, yeah. One veteran career to another. Jack Sock is, definitely an experienced, seasoned player as far as sports is concerned. His swing speed, his deceit, his agility on the court, it's just S tier out there. It's incredible stuff. So Jack Sock in the house.
His opponent is a very tough opponent in singles. He's had marquee wins over Ben Johns and a high-level performance and a performer originally from Vietnam.
Yeah, Michelle. And
Quang Dung.
That was
the proper pronunciation according to your conversation with his father.
Yeah.
So go ahead and clarify that, because we've heard it a couple of different ways.
Yeah, Quang Dung in the house.
We've heard Quang Duong, I've heard Quang Do.
Yeah.
And now you've had extensive conversation with his father, who's instrumental in his pickleball career.
Yeah, Quang Dung in the house, from Vietnam, fell in love with the sport and also bringing the sport back to Vietnam. Quang Dong might be an American take on how we pronounce it, but, we're going to do our best to pronounce it the way that it should be. And with conversations with the brother, Bao Yung.
So funny, by the way. Bao is
great personality. So Quang Dung in the house, rocking that Selkirk paddle. That's our guy.
Yeah.
And this is going to be an epic match here on the Humana Championship Court.
It's a battle of the Selkirk paddles here at the Selkirk Red Rock Open. Can't beat the views here in St. George, Utah. Little Valley Pickleball Complex.
So, yeah, Quang Dung making him a name for himself in the great game of pickleball in just this last short year, taking down big names all over the place on that short list of players that have defeated Ben Johns in singles. Yeah, one of the, he does the dirty work, and then Fed Staxford sweeps in and takes the gold. All right.
Right.
No, but also shout out to Hayden Patrickman, who did the same thing at LA Open. But Quang Dung making a great run at the LA Open. Let's see what he does this weekend.
Game one underway. Jack Sock will be the first server over to Quang Dung. Wow. Cagey start for Yung. He has a very strong tennis background, still continues to utilize that. And he also took a tour across Asia with his father and brother over in Japan, Thailand, and Vietnam earlier this season. Spreading the pickleball love.
Point.
Nice point. Yeah, I have actually a hard time pronouncing both of these guys' names. I believe it's pronounced Jack Sock.
Yeah. You're correct on that one. Jack Sock also.
We're going to work on it.
A new father, baby Brody, and wife Laura back home. Adorable baby boy. Just wide for Yung.
The 8 seed and 11 seed here. Anything could happen. I feel like household play styles, these two. I think in 2024, Jack Sock is definitely one of the players you want to emulate your game moving forward on.
We saw the head-to-head. They last met in Palm Springs, or I should say didn't meet, with Wong having to withdraw to that bronze medal match. Jack Sock won by default there.
It's going to be a little tougher today.
Jack Sock got the pickle in the round of 32 against Michael Lloyd in both games. 11-0, 11-0.
Just a
on his way here.
Golden pickle, perfect game, perfect match. You don't see that often.
Point.
And Mike Lloyd's a good singles player, too. Mike Lloyd is a very good singles player.
3-0.
Oh, yeah.
Point.
Freezes him up. Wang Yung, one of the most dedicated to the players right now. If you follow him at all, and you should, his commitment to getting better, and the next day getting
4-0.
better, and the next day getting better. That's why he's here on Humana Championship Court right now taking care of business.
Side out.
Yeah. His father also shared with me his prowess in the racket sports.
Ooh.
Really talented
0-4.
across the board.
Tough ball off the net. I think I just heard a Lo Siento
I did.
from Jack Sock.
1-4. Point.
That's too good from Jack Sock, cross-court winner.
It is a masterful placement shot. Unreadable, as far as my eyes can tell.
8-4.
And the ball high enough for him to do basically whatever he'd like with it. Nice.
Yung buries it.
Holding his ground, shutting it down there. Holds him to 1. Wang Yung.
4-8.
Jack Sock in his last outing in North Carolina got knocked out in the round of 32 to Alvarez, who had one heck of a tournament.
Point.
That would have been wild. Wang Yung was charging the net. He was up for the challenge.
Wang Yung was active in LA, made it to the quarters, lost to Federico Staxrud there in 2. Wide, what a rip from Yung, and after the timeout, he's been rock solid.
Singles is definitely a different game than doubles. Takes a very different amount of endurance, or type of endurance, than doubles. Wow.
Point.
Woo.
Timeout. Receiver 7-8.
Not going for too much, keeping that ball very in and out of the grasp of Jack Sock. Timeout called.
First it was a 7-point heater for Jack Sock, and now Wang Yung flipping the script. We'll see if Jack Sock can hang on the other side of the break. Wang Yung on a heater. Jack Sock on the opposing side. Yung Star has been rising quickly since late last season. Marquee wins over some of the top pros on tour. Replay because I believe
It bounced once, hit the
it
net,
hit the
and hit the bar before bouncing a second
hit
time.
the net and then hit the bar. Yep. Oh, did it?
After the bounce, hitting the
Did you see
bar.
it hit the bar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
My eyes deceive me. So Nisha Smith with the call.
Side out.
Gary Miller is our second referee, and Beth Brewer is tracking.
8-7. Point.
Jack Sock revitalized here late in game 1. So compact, so close to the body.
9-7.
Swing speed. no indication. Keeping Wang
Game
Yung
point.
guessing.
Timeout, receiver 10-7.
Game point on Jack Sock's side. Wang Yung will look to gather himself. Father Duke right behind him in the stands. A little less engagement than we've typically seen with Wang Yung in past conversations I've had with his father. He wants that. He wants Wang Yung to be independent of his direction, and it's a comfort for him to.
It's a staple win.
Coaching, I mean,
it's
so
always
young.
It's always a dangerous thing when you see Duke, the father, giving him that the paragraph of advice.
He's got great advice. Wang Yung, though, so young.
He hears it and he applies it.
Only 17 years old.
Oh, man. The new guard has arrived.
I mean, you see Gabe Tardio on display, J.W. Johnson. We think of him as a veteran because he wins a lot at 21 years of age, 22.
Same Navratil.
No
He's just out of high school.
One timeout.
It's a big win for
Game
Zane.
point.
Looking forward to him crushing the brackets today.
Time in.
Higher IQ players out there.
10-7.
Here we go. Game point.
Oh, Jack Sock had it. Wang Yung, what fight on his side.
To the edges. It's a good timeout. Get the ball back in his hand. First game point defended off.
Point.
And down 2 to go to tie it for Wang Yung.
Timeout, receiver 8-10.
Oh.
And timeout on Jack Sock's side.
Jack could feel it coming. He's going to stop it before it starts. Wang Yung in the house.
What's shifted?
What has shifted? I mean, Wang Yung just kind of scrapped out a point and really showed what it's going to take Jack Sock to do to get it done. And Jack Sock says, do I really want to do that? You know, that's a lot. And he's definitely up for it. But, you know, taking control of the match with this timeout is a great way to put the narrative back on his side. Shout out to Wes Gabrielson, just the greatest timeout wizard of all time.
A lot of star power on the stage now for the Carvana PPA Tour. Thanks to players like Jack Sock.
15
Both players
seconds.
wielding the sun.
When Yung takes another back within one.
And he is the main character.
9-10.
That was a wicked return.
Still in it.
Jack Sock stands tall to take the serve back and another game point with it.
That's a huge hold. He has an opportunity to put game one down and keep this from going 16-14.
Game point.
Turn from Sock to set up the point, though.
10-9. Game, 11-9.
Buries the third to the corner while Wang Yung was crashing the kitchen. Jack Sock takes the first, 11-9.
It's fantastic. That return to his forehand. You know, Jack Sock's just thinking, oh, yes, got all the options here. and puts it down. A little breather before game 2.
The crowd is on their feet in St. George, Utah. We'll be right back with game 2. There's a look at the man they call the doctor, Colin Schick, watching his men's
15
doubles
seconds.
partner, Jack Sock, in men's singles. And ironically enough, Colin Schick will be in action to follow this match. Taking some pointers there is Jack Sock with his
New
buddy
ball, game
Colin,
2, time
who
in.
is up for the task
0-0.
against Federico Straxrud in the quarters next. That'll be a fun match. Game 2 underway now in this round of 16. Oh my, that is just too good from outside the court.
Too good from both sides of the net for Wang Yung to come out on top on like that. This is
1-0.
some world-class singles here at the Humana Red Rock Open.
Point.
We'll take it. 2-0.
2-0. Side out.
A little shoulder shrug from Wang Yung. What do you do with that? Just play through and weather the storm.
0-2. Side out.
Not many out serves from Jack Sock.
2-0. Point.
Wang Yung in a good gear here. See if he can keep it.
3-0.
Ho ho ho!
Point.
2 for 2. I love hearing his exhale on his serve. It's just like a great reminder that you really got to go for it.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is he consistently goes for it. You know, you can tell that that's how he practices his serve. So for the rec players at home, we don't want to just practice getting that serve in consistently, but we want to have it consistently giving us an
4-0.
advantage.
Side out.
Ball's
I can't
called
overrule
out.
that. Did you see it?
Checks with the ref. No challenge.
0-4. Side out.
And that ball is called out. Jack Sock seemed to go for a little bit less on that serve.
Wow.
Point.
Wang Ying. Oh, butchered that one.
It's okay. I think it's awesome that we're learning to get it right. So yeah, Wang Yung in the house.
Thank you.
5-0.
And you know, we're going to get better and better at it. Shout out to all of our Vietnamese players in the great game of pickleball.
Side out.
Jack Sock firing back here. This is definitely feels like a whole different atmosphere here. Game 1 was all fun and games, and now game 2 is down to business. Ball disappears. I believe a fan ran off with that ball. Look for that on.
Hey, it's a great ball to play with. Title ball, the PPA Tour, the Vulcan V Pro Flight.
Yeah. Got to get your hands on them one way or another.
That's right.
Zero 5. Point.
Nice. That's again the second time I've seen Jack Sock kind of take some off of his serve. Might be lining him up for a more influential third.
Yeah, the altitude's certainly a factor in that too.
You can expect some variance. He's scoring
1-5.
points with his fierce serve and then scoring points with his lax serve. Oh,
Side out.
Yeah, the Wang Yun training schedule, you know, follow him online on Instagram and do as he does. You will not regret it.
Ooh. Just wide. Battled some injury earlier this year, too. Good to see Wang Yun back healthy. So it seems that knee was bothering him. Oh, the luxuries of being 18 years old.
Yeah, you know, now's the time. Pushing his body to the limits.
Point.
Jack Sock closing the gap here.
Wang Yun playing his first ever match, too, on the PPA Tour last May. Hasn't even been a year yet.
Wow.
Point.
Little run for Jack Sock. Looking to add to the upset special we've had so far from Utah.
3-5.
Such a good shot
Side out.
from Wang Yun.
Much. That's what the court presence of Jack Sock does. Makes you go for a little much. Used to covering a court almost 4 times the size.
3-5.
Translates very well.
Such a storied career, too. He's quite modest about it, too, if you get a chance to talk to him.
Nice.
Jack Sock, Olympic gold medalist, Grand Slam champ in doubles. Several times, 4 major doubles titles on the ATP Tour. Former world number 8 in singles back in 2017 and world number 2 in doubles in 2018 for Jack Sock.
Point.
We see the tennis players convert over to pickleball. Michelle, when do you think will be the day when we see a pickleball player transfer over to tennis?
6-3.
Yeah.
Maybe never?
Good question. They're just different skills, right?
Point.
So if you're a youngster training for pickleball, I think it's harder to pick up tennis. More challenging than it would be to grab a pickleball paddle and become proficient. Obviously harder to master as well on both sides, but I think pickleball is just a bit more accessible in that way.
Point.
Yeah, the accessibility of pickleball is one of the reasons it makes it great, right? There's some physical education teachers out there that use pickleball as a gateway sport to tennis.
I did. Back in 2006.
Yeah, right? So, you know, just someone who's never played a sport before and putting it in their hands is just a great revelation to sports in general. You know, tennis to be specific, to name one. Nice. Sure.
Too good. What a point. Both sides. Jack Sock came away with it. Points to the crowd.
Timeout, receiver 3-8.
And a timeout called.
The performer in him here to hide that shot. Fluid. Jack Sock in the house.
Take a quick commercial break. Be right back. Forward to have the 4-time Grand Slam champion in Jack Sock on the pickleball tour now. Olympic gold medalist, and so much fun to watch, so much fun to talk to, as well as so much insight, and he never takes himself too seriously, and it's enjoyable for me to watch as a spectator just how Jack's been able to humble quite a few of these pickleball players. Not that it's been easy for him. He's put in the time and the effort, and it certainly has athleticism and size working in his favor, but it's fun to watch him come onto the scene and have success here.
Yeah, and that poster shot that they had up there, I have that same poster in my bedroom. that was
actually
all that is man, Jack Sock.
Oh, just got robbed, top of the tape. Good battle from Jung.
3 here in game 2 with Jack Sock on the court. Anything could happen.
8-3.
Yeah.
That's too good. There you see the tennis shining through on the backhand slice volley.
He's got such a great stature. It's like he almost makes it look like there is no kitchen with the way he's able to get that ball down.
It's a fair point.
Most players are not able to angle that ball down like that.
Side out.
Quite the advantage. By the way, one quarterfinal set over on the ladies' side. Dom Schaefer and Caitlin Christian will meet in the quarterfinals. Mary
8-3.
Brasha in the quarters as well. Her opponent to be determined. Some ladies' matches mixed in soon.
Side
But
out.
for now, Wang Yun battling against Jack Sock.
Jack Sock's got to dig deep.
Point.
That's a great point to put on the board. Finally off that 3. But it appears as if he's feeling it. But, you know, I can't go. I feel like Jack Sock has no tells. If he's at the poker table, he's got me thinking what he wants me to think. And I don't, uneasy.
I'll recall it. 4-8.
Oh,
Side out.
had it. Good battle from you.
Hard-earned points from here on out. Wang Yung is really in stride with his shots. I mean, it doesn't seem like the altitude's really bothering him too much, which is
8-4.
a good quality to have here. We saw pro players here as early as Tuesday acclimating.
Side out.
And people curious to get involved in tournaments and whatnot. You know, Wang Yung, you can catch him getting here as early as 4 hours before his first match to warm up. You know, ask yourself, when do you play your best? After your first game or after your 5th game?
Side out.
Very dedicated to his craft. Hard worker. Self-motivated.
8-4.
Age.
Very respectful too.
Yes.
Point.
Big time. Oh man, this is gonna get gritty.
So it'll be 3 for 3 on game 3s.
Yeah, we can expect
Center.
some contenders for that
9-4.
top 10, dare I say it. Pickleball alive and well in 2024.
Point.
Missile of a serve.
Game
Sock
point.
inspects the ball just a smidge there.
10-4. Point game 11-4.
Game.
Too much pressure from Wang Yung. Takes it 11-4. So guess what, Rob? To a 3rd game we go. Bonus pickleball. Fans are liking what they're seeing so far here from the Selkirk Red Rock Open. Play will continue between these two, and we will discuss what this match will come down to in the 3rd. On the other side of the break, Wang Yung, the 18-year-old, looking to take it in 3. Wang Yung with a big response in game number 2. So what gives in game 3, Rob Cassidy? What's the X factor in your mind? Age versus veteran athleticism.
Jack Sock's going to do the best to control the pace of this game 3, the narrative, the
New
temperament.
ball game 3, time in. 0-0.
Wang Yung needs to just keep the laser focus and bring it for 11 straight points plus.
He's got
pointing at something on the court. So what happened here? He's there.
0-0.
Just hated the lack of bounce that he received on that last one.
Point.
Clean winner. And Jack Sock.
Point. 2-0. Point.
Well, the winner of this one will get the winner of Connor Garnett, the 2 seed, and Hayden Patriquin. Garnett, the
3-0.
gold medal winner from LA, but down a game right now to Hayden Patriquin. So that's an interesting update. And that one took a funky bounce on Wang Yoon. We saw it a couple of times on Tyson McGuffin as well. Match earlier.
Yeah, that was brutal. Yeah, Hayden
4-0.
Patriquin versus Connor Garnett happening right now. That's wild. Hayden Patriquin's the one who took down Ben Johns in LA.
Point.
Yes. Love to see these youngsters out in singles.
There's definitely some good wind
5-0.
blowing through right now. I think Jack Sock's going for more on this side of the court with his serve as opposed to the other side.
Point.
I'll take full
Timeout.
advantage.
Change
He'll
it.
get 6
smokes.
on the end change. 6-0. And we'll see if that side is a factor. Quick break we'll take here. I'll be right back. Wind speed 8 miles per hour, 76 degrees. He is picking up here on Humana Championship Court. Highs of 78 degrees today. Obviously low humidity, very dry conditions. 2,800 feet above sea level, lots of altitude.
15 seconds.
Having just come from sea level in Newport Beach area in California just last weekend. Then we were in Houston before that.
Time in.
Before that, North Carolina.
6-0.
Drastically different environments across the board in April. Wow, Jack Sock with a fadeaway inside out winner.
7-0.
Just on the outside of the range of Wang Yoon.
Point.
8-0 now in game 3.
Monstrous volley from Wang Yoon. Has a lot of fight.
And, you know, we asked what we can expect in game 3. You know, Wang Yoon knows he has to bring it to Jack, but is he going for too much now? Is he committing too hard? You know, you want it so much that you start to do more than you need to. Jack Sock taking the very lax approach that we love to see from him, and it's working well for him.
That's just inside. He gets it.
8-ball corner pocket. Wang Yoon on the board.
Jack has something to say, as he usually does with his opponents.
1-8.
So good. Wang Yoon
Jack
calls
is,
the ball out.
yeah,
Yep.
really adamant
Referee
that the ball
timeout. We have
landed
a challenge
inside
of
the line,
out
and
The out call puts us at 2-8.
Wang Yoon
We will
stands
now
by his
proceed with
call.
video review.
Jack looking for some engagement, so a challenge promptly called. The problem is these are the toughest ones to see live from the player's standpoint and from our perspective. See if we can get it. Oh, that looks pretty in. I see in, Rob.
Yeah. From this angle, it definitely looks in. You know, from a different angle, it might look very out. Hopefully, we have a couple more. I always, you know, try to do the benefit of the doubt as far as we can go. But yeah, that angle definitely shows it in. Here we go. This will be a much more ideal angle where we can see the space of the ball, and it might show the same outcome here.
Oh, okay. Exactly to your point. I see a bit of green there.
That's tricky. Very tricky.
Collusion.
Very tricky.
Ooh, from where it bounces, though, maybe it does catch.
So, in my opinion, that there is the best angle we have, and that would be tough to overturn. The other angle that they showed, it looked very in, but you got to know that that's not necessarily the most honest angle. But there's plenty of videos out there and, discussion about that. But as far as due diligence is concerned, not enough to overrule, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do see an overturn here.
Yep. Beth Brewer is tracking this call. And a crucial point in the match, at least for Wang Yung.
Yeah.
I feel like he desperate to turn it around and at least gets a break. See him chatting on his sideline with his father, Duke.
There are times, I've been in the referee situation. I have ref matches before.
Throw you in there.
Factually, yeah. No, I've ref some
Throw you
finals.
in there on center court. That would be entertaining.
Oh yeah, I'd be honored to. We got good refs though. We got good refs. It's a long line.
Talk to Don. Let's get you in the mix.
Yeah, but if I'm 99% sure, I can't necessarily overturn. I need to be 100% sure if I'm going to overturn a call. So, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see one here. It's
Onisha Smith
After
has the
review,
verdict.
the out call stands. Challenge is lost. Timeout is lost. One timeout
Man, I do
remaining.
not
Two
mind.
timeouts remaining. We'll resume play at 2-8.
Can't believe it. There's some evidence, but not 100% evidence. People could call me crazy, but I really like that no overturn. I'd like to see more of that.
Time in. 2-8.
Okay.
Point.
Clear out. Little life for Wang Yu.
3-8.
Wow.
Point.
4 in a row.
One thing I'm noticing Wang Yung doing is he's just kind of taking his time just a little bit before the serve, just settling
4-8.
nicely in before he gets that lift off.
Side out.
Wow. Wang Yung serving and taking the net first there, losing his serve possession.
Lethal drop from Jack Sock.
8-4. Point. Timeout receiver. 9-4.
Casual serve into a blistering third shot.
Yeah, throttled that one. Jack Sock 2 points away from a quarterfinal appearance. We'll be right back. Wang Yu in a bit of some trouble here. Jack Sock in full control, 2 points away, but Yoon, he has
15
shown fight
seconds,
all the way
one
through this
timeout, one
match.
time's up.
Ralph Cassidy.
Absolutely. Been grueling. It's nice to see Jack Sock persevering here and taking good control of this match. I think he's going to
9-4.
bounce back good off this timeout. Here we go. And another point on the board for Jack Sock. Seamless.
Match point.
Match point. Jack
10-4.
Sock.
Off the net and in. Rebuttal.
Side out.
I love it. You see, no indication, no fight lost in Wang Yung.
Point.
It's a good pattern. Can it work more times than one in a row? Whoa!
Point.
There's two. Pickleball is a well-known game of streaks. Can hear some crowd support for Jack.
6-10.
No way. Insanity, both sides. Drop to drop. Finished with the overhead. And some Jack Sock fans in the house.
So well played. That cross court in that deep corner is something that we're seeing happen a lot. And, you know, Wang Yung went to that backhand, you know, 3 too many times. And Sock just closed that hole up a little bit. Now he's in a match point scenario here.
Match point number 2 for Jack Sock.
Calls it
Point
out.
game match.
We'll have a challenge, I think. Yep.
Checks with the ref, and it is a good time to...
Referee timeout. We have a challenge of the out call. The out call
he's
puts
the
us
best.
at point
Jack
game
Sock.
match 11-6 with not
Even making the
video
referees
review.
laugh on this one.
Yeah,
It's a fair challenge by
it would be great to, you know, but to be talked out of requesting that challenge would be tragic, especially if he's right. So it's definitely a great play by Wang Yung to at least double check on that final call.
And a good sport, Wang Yung smiling over on the side to Jack Sock. A well-fought battle in this one.
We're looking for more pickleball here after this.
I mean, why not
this
stay on
challenge
theme?
here. And hopefully we'll see that again, that 100% sure for that overturn.
I didn't realize we also had a referee analyst in the booth too, since you have had a chance to ref some of these matches.
Okay, here's one look. That's pretty pretty.
If I'm tracking, I'm not sure I have enough evidence to overturn based on that angle right there.
Oh, that ball was in 100%. No, I'm just kidding. No, again, that's, you know, that angle that's tricky. There's a better one for us here that might have a stronger indication that that ball is out. Most likely a good call by Jack. Winner moving on to take the potential winner of Garnett, Patrickman.
Patrickman has a match point right now on Connor Garnett. Over on S1 is the court here, the Little Valley Pickleball Complex, and the ruling is in. Be an anticlimactic way to end it if it is not overturned. Call was out by Jack Sock. Wang Yung challenged, and Onisha Smith has the final say.